Did you just move out of your parents' house and are you tired of eating McDonald's every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? This might be the video for you. Or maybe you just want to live a healthier lifestyle and you want to meal prep. That could be it too. Meal Prep 101. You ask, I answered. So, today we're going to go over what I do for meal prep. We're going to go over just like if you're just starting off meal prep, it can be kind of stressful, kind of hectic, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, and you forget a bunch of things. So, I'm going to go over the things that I got in order to start meal prepping and just things that I've gathered over time that I feel like would be helpful so that way you're not running to the grocery store 1,000 times in a week. So, what you need a cookware because you can't cook everything in the microwave, believe it or not. So I'd recommend either getting a cooking set that you can get like the big boxes from like Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, whatever, they have them all over the place. Those are helpful. That's what I got, but if you want to buy things separately, you can do that too. So what I got is I got a pan. And not, this isn't a pan, this is a pot. I got a pot. I do my rice, my potatoes, do all that stuff in there. Makes things super easy. And then second, I got a big pan, so one of these, or a skillet. This is just, I can cook like, if I'm doing single meals, I can do it in here. Or, personally, I like to meal prep eggs. I know it sounds weird, judge me, I don't care. But, I got one of these little single egg cookers. I do, either single eggs or it's enough to do 2 servings of egg whites in here. And I make little egg patties so I can have bagels in the morning ready to go. Or breakfast sandwiches or whatever. It's super easy, super convenient for me. That's what I like to do. Cutting boards and knives, that's important because when you get your meat, you're gonna want to be able to cut it on something and not the countertop or paper towel because that is trash. Utensils such as tongs. Yep, they work. A spatula. This just came in the set. I use it to strain some broccoli sometimes. It's a straining spoon, whatever. Or just a regular spoon. You know, they both work fine. So, that's what I use for cookware. Next, containers. So you're gonna wanna buy containers because believe it or not, you can't store everything in plastic bags. I know, mind-blowing. But you're gonna want containers. This is all personal preference. But I cook for enough for about a week, so I have multiple large containers that I use just because it is easier to store a lot of food. So like I have one of these. You can buy them in sets, which is also very helpful. That's the nice thing is everything's in sets these days. But like one of these big containers, I usually store like my rice in here. Like this will hold enough rice for a week. I think it's what size is it? It's a 2.3 liter container. So this holds enough rice for a week for me, or potatoes. But yeah, a big container for that. And then you can also use your big containers for like your meats, your vegetables, all that stuff. Unless you want to you meal prep and it's like you meal prep meal by meal. So basically you meal prep once a week and then you just section it off with these little containers. These are really helpful. I personally just don't do that. I just do it in the big container and then I'll throw it in one of these the night before I go to work, or the night before, and it'll be ready for the next day. So one of those, and then just smaller containers, just for like, I use these for like fruit and stuff, so my snacks throughout the day, I'll put them in these small containers, and then these really small containers are good for like, some liquids if you really want to throw them in there, or like you can put your supplements in here, or peanut butter. Perfect size serving for like peanut butter, 2 tablespoons, fits in here good. And then I just use this for, this is just another example of a container I'll throw my entire meal in, and it fits just fine. So cookware and containers. Seasonings, I'm just going to put them in my miscellaneous stuff because I just collect it over time and it's helpful. And you don't want to start meal prepping and then realize I don't have any seasonings, and then you're just eating like bland chicken for a week and it's really gross. So yeah, seasonings that I use, I generally use garlic salt. I use a lot of garlic salt. I use seasoned salt. I'll use I just got this stuff. It's Head Country Championship seasoning. I don't know what it was. It was like clearance at Walmart, so it's not bad. I just throw rubs on just about everything because it adds a nice little kick, a nice flavor. That's what I use. But right now, I've been using the Thundering Longhorn beef rub, and I'll use it on literally everything. Like I'll use it on my chicken, my fish, my beef, and then sometimes I use it on my ground turkey. It's just really good. That's what I like to do. It's all personal preference. You're gonna want an oven mitt, especially if you get a cooking tray, because if you use a towel, you might burn through and burn your hand. It doesn't feel good. So an oven mitt is just a good precaution to have if you're using one. Plastic bags. Plastic bags are really good for, like, I'll dice my chicken up, throw it in a plastic bag with its marinade, let it sit for a few hours, and then I'll cook it. At the end of the day, I don't always eat out of containers. I'll have my lunch in a container, but then I'll have my dinner, I'll do it on plates. So I'd get plates and forks or bowls or whatever you like to eat out of. That's good to have. So yeah, that's my tips and tricks on meal prep. All right, so you've gotten all your cookware. Now let's start with, actually getting the food you're gonna cook from the grocery store. So I'm a big list person, because if I don't make a list and I go to the grocery store, A, I'm kind of like, I don't know what I need necessarily, and B, you'll end up with random things like Nutty Bars. And, you can't live off Nutty Bars, as sad as it is, can't live off these. So I got my handy dandy list right here. So I got my fruits, my vegetables, my dairy, proteins, grains, snacks throughout the week, and then just miscellaneous things. So let's go ahead and get started. So generally for my fruits, so got our fruits, grapes, bananas, blueberries, strawberries, apples. That's what I like to eat throughout the week. That's a typical week for me. Vegetables. So I like to do broccoli. I'll do steamed broccoli. It's really easy, simple. If anyone knows how to do asparagus in the oven and then not, like, the one problem I have with asparagus is as I put it in the fridge and then I reheat it, it gets a little floppy and it doesn't get gross. It still tastes the same, but it's just, the consistency isn't the same. So, vegetables, I'll do broccoli, asparagus, I'll do green peppers, or really any kind of peppers, just to mix in with, my meats as I'm cooking it. Adds a nice little extra flavor. Onions, I like to do onions as well. And then for a big carb for me is potatoes. I do eat a lot of just little diced potatoes. I'll throw it in the oven or throw it into a pot and let it cook. Dairy, I don't really, I won't say I don't eat a lot of dairy, but I stick to basics. I do yogurt, milk, and cheese. That's about it. Yogurt I'll do in smoothies, or just on its own, just do a little parfait. Cheese I just throw on top of my food, and then milk I just do with my oatmeal or cereal. Now proteins, my personal proteins right now is I'll do ground beef or ground bison. I'm a big fan of ground bison. I've started eating it. I found it at Walmart. That's what I like to do. So we'll write down bison / beef. That way I get a little bit of red meat throughout the week. I'll do a single pound package of that. And then I'll do about a pound. I'll do a pound of fish. So my typical is I like to go to Market Street and get salmon. So I'll write down salmon, and then I'll do chicken. Chicken is the biggest thing I get. I get like one of those 5-pound packages of chicken, and that'll usually last me about throughout the week with all my mixed meals and all that stuff. So bison, beef, salmon, chicken, and then I like to do the ground turkey as well. It's super easy, it's just really easy, and it tastes good. So that's what I like to do. I'll throw some seasonings, some peppers, onions in there. But yeah, now for grains. Grains, I'll do, rice, white or brown rice. I don't really have a preference. I like both. I'll do whole wheat, just whole wheat bread. I'll do peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on that throughout the week. Let's see, what else? Grains. Really, I think that's about it for grains, is rice and my bread. I think that's about it. Snacks. So throughout the week, I'll usually do, I like to do Lar bars. I'll do Lar bars, which are really good. If you haven't seen them, they have them at Walmart. I'll do Lar bars, and then Triscuits. I like Triscuits. Skinny popcorn, if you've never had it, it's pretty good. The white cheddar is my personal favorite. The pretzel flats, I do those as well. Those are really good. And then, yeah, so those are just some simple snacks that I like to do throughout the week. Oh, also, walnuts. Walnuts or avocados, or not avocados, walnuts or almonds or pecans. And then avocados are really good. I use those a lot for whenever I have like my breakfast sandwiches. I'll do avocado on it as well, and that's really good. It's a little tricky with how avocado will be good one day and then like trash the next. So that's a really hit and miss for me. Now miscellaneous things I get from the grocery store, cooking oil. So I do extra virgin olive oil. It's a healthier alternative than butter. But if you like to cook things in butter, I would just try to ease off that a little bit, but we'll throw that under miscellaneous as well. So get some butter, get those seasonings. Just I just like to personally walk down the seasoning aisle, and if I see something that looks good, I'll grab it. Every few weeks I'll do that. Personally, flaxseed. I do eat a lot of ground flaxseed. I'll throw that in my smoothies, parfaits, whatever. My oatmeal in the morning. Oh, another grain, oats, oatmeal. I do the 1 minute ready oats, and that's just super simple in the morning. Peanut butter, put that in the miscellaneous. So as you can see, we have a grocery list now. We have all of our fruits. You probably can't read this, but we have fruits, vegetables, dairies, my grains, my snacks, and then my miscellaneous things that I just like to pick up just to last me throughout the week. On top of that, I also do like to do, I like to throw sriracha on a lot of my foods, give it a little kick, just because eating the same thing throughout the weeks, can get a little tired, so a little spicy here and there is good, and then ketchup as well. But yeah, so I hope you found this video helpful. I'll post a picture of my list on my Instagram, Sean_Rose406 if you want to give it a follow. And then also comment down below, if you have any video recommendations, things you want to see. It can be just life in general, fitness, nutrition, whatever. Comment down below. I'd really appreciate it. I appreciate the support, and I hope you all have a great day.